So in previous session, we discussed how to handle a exception that is thrown into our method, thrown inside our method. We can either handle that, use try catch, or we can throw this up to the call stack or down the call stack all the way till whoever calls the method. But sometimes you also need to throw exceptions on your own. You can write code to throw either the standard Java exception, or you can create a custom exception that you designed. The throw statement is used to manually throw an exception. Now, note here, we just introduced throws, and this is throw. Throw is a statement that throws a new object. It's a normal statement. Throws is not a statement. It's a modifier of a method definition, which specifies which exception will come out from that exception, from this method. So that's a difference between throws and the throw. We will throw the exception, but the method will throw some exception. The throw statement calls an exception object to be created and thrown. The message string argument contains a custom error message that can be retrieved from the exception object's getMessage method. So when you throws, there's a message string. If you do not pass a message to the constructor, the exception will have a null message. So let's take a look at the dice exception. So we have this here, and this is a new dice. Inside dice, we can throw illegal argument exception. This is throw. So when you throw this exception from the die method, die constructor, you will, let's run this. You will get this die method, dice error, illegal argument exception. That's how you throw that is the new exception. You can create your own exception class by deriving them from the exception class or one of its derived classes. So let's take a look at the negative starting balance. This is how you define exception on your own. Negative starting balance exception extends exception. So Java knows it's an exception. Then you will do this the same way as any other class, but here you need to define two constructors. One constructor is the default the implicit one, which have a default value of error message directly called super, and the other one will have an amount and will report why that error happens, because there's this negative amount. Then from here, you call bank account, which will throw this error. If balance less than 0, then you will do a throw. Once you throw this negative starting balance, your constructor will throws, that's the definition, throws the error. And you can see that throw is a statement where throws is a part of the method definition. And finally, I think you have this account test where you try and catch. You try this bank account by starting with a negative balance, which will throw the negative starting balance. And this is how you put all these pieces together. You define the exception. You define where this exception is thrown at what condition. And when you use this object, you need to handle this properly, handle this exception properly. Some examples of exceptions that can affect the bank account, like negative starting balance, like a negative interest rate. Actually, negative interest rate is possible now. I think this one was written a couple of years ago and since changed fast. Now it's possible to have a negative interest rate in some European countries. And the negative number is passed to the deposit method or whatever. All these are like negative numbers. And you can also, once you have the exceptions thrown, defined in the method, you will also have the exception tag in documentation in Java doc comment, like here. So you will this exception will be a part of the Java doc comment, and you will make appropriate comment to tell the user when and why this exception will happen, what this exception is, and when will this happen. This will be a part of your Java doc. Whatever you throw, you need to let your users know.